everybody, welcome back. It is Thursday once again. That means it is time for the favoritist segment on the interweb, Jank Pack Thursday. Nearing the middle of the month of December and rapidly approaching the end of 2024. So bring on 2025. Although, if you notice, 2025 begins on a Wednesday, which means the year 2025 begins with WTF. But I digress. 77 entries live upon the wheel. We are going to shuffle, we are going to spin, and we are going to share the little history factoid of the day. So let us spin. So today, December the 12th, in the year 1913, 2 years after it was stolen, the Mona Lisa is found in the hotel room in Florence, Italy, of an Italian waiter by the name of Vincenzo Perugia, who, weirdly enough, used to be an employee of the Louvre, where the Mona Lisa still resides. And on August the 21st, 1911, he brought in some accomplices of his to pose as janitors and literally steal the Mona Lisa. But it was recovered and returned, and for all that, he only served 14 months in prison. But coming up, excuse me, for Jank Pack Thursday, I'm curious. We're going political. It is Decision 1992. That's going to be entertaining. So join me over at the table in just a moment. And over at the table we're looking for the pack of Decision 1992. And now it just goes to show they really will and have make cards of pretty much anything. Not in there. All right. Oh, God. There we go. Got it. There we go. Decision 92. Let's take a look at this, because this is going to be a glorious looking pack. I just have a feeling. Special Election Edition. The candidates, the issues. Decision 92, including billionaire Ross Perot special subset. Well, I mean, look, if I was a billionaire, I would absolutely demand a special subset in a wild card product. This is going to be interesting. Is it bricked? I don't even know. But we're going to get in. We got 8 cards, and this was the presidential election. It was between, Clinton, H.W. Bush the Elder, and Ross Perot, who, that's good stuff. The pack was stuck, but actually these aren't stuck together as bad as I thought they would be. But this was the presidential election. Clinton defeated George H.W. Bush and Ross Perot, but if I am not mistaken, Ross Perot, he didn't carry a state, but he got a lot of votes. And I think to date, and possibly for a while, I still think it is the best showing of a third-party candidate in a presidential election, but Clinton cleaned up. Ooh, surprise card number 3. This wild card number 3 has a unique value. It is part of the wild card Premier Decision Election 92. Whoever the holder may elect to trade it, the winner of the holder may elect to trade it for the winner of the presidential race. To receive your card of the new 1992 to 96 president, please mail it. Oh, you know what? That's getting tried. Just because. And then we would get us a Bill Clinton card or a very mildly worded take a flying leap. But either way, we will find out. All right, Decision 92. We got some schmutz, but that is the glossy of the 90s. Rainbow Coalition support. Bill Clinton urged racial harmony in a speech to Jackson's, that'd be the Reverend Jesse Jackson's, Rainbow Coalition, but caused some friction by condemning rap star Sister Souljah. What? Jackson seems startled by Clinton's lecture on racism. You had a rap singer here last night named Sister Souljah, commented Clinton. I defend her right to express herself in her music, but her comments before and after the LA riots were filled with the kind of hatred that we do not honor today and tonight. Part of the responsibility of leadership and the adults is to reach out to our youth, Jackson said in a clear swipe at Clinton. Well, it just shows how much Jesse Jackson's opinion mattered because Clinton utterly dominated that election. Look at the numbers. Like 45 million votes. It was ridiculous. Competing for nomination. Almost said that was competition. These are going to be some interesting cards. Major issue competing for nomination. In campaign 92, the national consensus is that our central cities are struggling to deal with poverty as jobs and money flee. Hey, 30-some years later, look at that. This has led to a cultural debate, especially within the inner cities. Both whites and blacks believe that fatherless families are at the heart of most problems in urban ghettos. George Bush advocated enterprise zones created by cutting taxes in targeted areas, helping public housing residents own their units, and fighting crime through community-based organizations. Buchanan, that would be Pat Buchanan, I believe, indicated that city problems are best addressed through tax cuts and incentives to stimulate growth. That's just a fancy way of saying they really don't know what they're doing. They really don't. No one does. There we go, the Electoral College. And now let's bring this up. The Electoral College. How good a college can you be if you don't have a football team? Electoral votes for president. I apologize for nothing. Voting in the Electoral College is based on a state's total representation. In the U.S. Congress, 435 in the House and 100 in the Senate, plus the 23rd Amendment, 3 votes for Washington, D.C. Yeah, they kind of had to do that. There was that whole taxation without representation thing that the newly formed U.S. was rallying so hard against. 3 votes for Washington, D.C. This brings the total to 538. Candidates who have gotten on the ballot in each state have electors totaling the number allotted that state. Have electors? Okay. For example, since California has 54 electoral votes, Republicans, Democrats, and other legal parties have 54 electors. Makes sense. On general election day in November every 4 years, the popular vote determines which set of electors has won in each state. Partially true. Bob Kerrey, Democrat from Nebraska. That name escapes me. Bob Kerrey is a 48-year-old senator from Nebraska who, until he jumped into the presidential race, believed the biggest challenge in his life was finding a challenge big enough for Bob Kerrey. And that's why nobody's ever heard of you. He ran his campaign with JFK-style appeal. He lost a leg in Vietnam, earning a Medal of Honor. Why have I never heard of this guy? But built a successful chain of restaurants and health clubs in Nebraska, won governorship in 1982, and his present Senate seat in 1988. When it comes to personality contests, Kerry was the man to beat. Viewed as a one-issue candidate, national health care being his passion, Kerry didn't generate a rousing call to battle and withdrew from the race. And that's probably why. Because a lot of you look at the amount of candidates that, I could have sworn there was 8. Oh, that may have been a special, unless it lied to me. Yeah, it kind of lied. A political pack of cards lying. Who knew? Tom Harkin, Democrat from Iowa. I've spent time in Iowa, looking into college there. Grinnell, actually, if you've ever heard of it. The 52-year-old senator from Iowa ran a campaign as an advocate of old-time political liberal religion. What? He backed big job programs relying heavily on his ties to labor. His candidacy took the media sting out of the Iowa caucus because it is his home state. Adversaries accused him of tax and spending tendencies and attacked him for leading the opposition to the Gulf War. Poor showing in the primaries caused Harkin to be an early casualty in the presidential race. And that's the thing, they drop out fast. Hey, we got another surprise card. All right, what's number 1? Traded after for vice presidential candidate. Well, we know where these two things are going. Yes, we do, because why not? You never know. I wonder, is it the same? Whoops. Is it the same address? Where does it go to? Exchange this. So something in Cincinnati. You know what? I'm going to send them both in the same envelope, but we'll see. Perot on issues. Billionaire H. Ross Perot. And this is just unfortunate. In the computer business, women have played a huge role, Perot commented. That's rarely a good sign to start a card with. I certainly don't have any bias against women with 4 daughters and a wife. I'm surrounded by women. It's just a question of finding the most talented person for the job. We would not have a bias against women or anybody, he continued. On jobs in the economy, Perot commented, we've got to create new jobs. What you've basically got to do is develop the industries of the future and develop long-range plans to make sure that we're first and best in this country. Well, he's not wrong, or wasn't wrong in that aspect. We really do need to target the industries of the future. We need to look forward, not backward. That's why I've said it to people before. You know, it's always more important to look forward than backward. That's why it's the windshield of a car is a lot bigger than the rearview mirror. Buchanan on issues, defense spending, and that's the face of a politician right there. In general, Buchanan supported a strong defense, but opposes overseas entanglements. This country has to remain first militarily, he says, without estimating how much this might cost. That means first on land, first on sea, first in the air, first in technology. I will not ask our allies, who have been freeloading off us for the entire Cold War, to carry more of the burden on their own defense. I will tell them. Yeah, let me know how that went for you there, friendo. And we've got the incumbent at the time, but was defeated, George H.W. Bush, on issues healthcare. This is a hot-button issue. The president's proposals in the area of healthcare reform included measures to fight infant mortality and big funding increases to expand the government's program for community health centers, fixing the market to make insurance for many small business workers more affordable, cost containment programs, and tax credits for low-income people to defray costs of private insurance. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that because that is not what this channel is about. What this channel is about is complete and utter randomness. Plus the fact that these two are going to go out, and I don't know what's going to... I'm probably never going to see him again, or I might get... It's probably going to get bounced back. Whatever that address is probably is a no good anymore. But either way, it'll be fun to try just to see. Pardon me. And that, with the end of that pack, that was interesting. That was just so weird, and that was just kind of an odd look back. And and it's weird to think about that. 1992, 32 years ago. Man, that was a long time. Almost 33 at this point, because we are rapidly approaching the end of the year. And now on to the shout out, and it's actually very timely because they're halfway through their absolutely amazing annual Advent giveaway. Don't Talk to Robots, sitting at 981. Like, that's close, guys. That's really close. 19 people. That's barely a drop in the bucket. Don't Talk to Robots absolutely deserves and requires 1,000 subs. Link to them down below. They're good fun, giving away a ton of stuff this Advent season, opening up really cool stuff. That sports card Advent calendar, that's a cool thing. I kind of wish I knew that existed earlier. But either way, link to Don't Talk to Robots down below. Please make sure to go down, sub them up, tell a couple of friends. We need to get them to 1,000, hopefully before the new year. And also, if you get over there, you can hop in on the remaining 12 days of the Advent giveaway. And now, to the box. What are we hunting for? Art Suydam time. Fantasy art time. Donde está the checklist? I know that's not even remotely close, but it is what it is. All right. We've got ye olde checklist. We have 23 remaining plus 4 of the metallics. The one I do have came courtesy of the fantastical Julie Farnham. In we go, and let's get, as per usual, we're going to look at the art, and the art of art, and if we see anything that we don't have, we will read it. Unfortunately, it does not look like there was a metallic. So let's get into it. Which way are you? This way? This way. It's hard to tell. Number 6, The Boxer. We do need this one. This painting took forever to complete. I worked on it for a year. Then I put it aside and picked it up a year later. I had seen some turn-of-the-century boxer paintings, and I wanted to do my take on the genre. This was done in gouache? Gouache? That's a term I don't know. Oh, okay, it is sideways. Okay, there we go. I see what's going on. Sense is made, as they say. We've seen this one before. I do know that one. Somebody get a doctor. That's the champ. We do have that one. But many questions are asked. But it is related to the first. Whoops, bumped that. Sorry. There's so much going on. We've got a snail or a slug. 63, the race. We have that one. Who's racing? The slug or snail because it has a shell and crickets? We don't know. I like this. I just love the artwork. It's so irreverent and so beautiful. 75 do we need? We do need this one. Earthquake. The ground opens up. The mudwogs fall in and visit Lucifer. Well, that just sounds unpleasant. Hopefully Lucy's a good guy. There we go. Finally. It's the target, but it's Humpty Dumper. Do we have? Well, we do. We do have that one. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is Humpty Dumper. Look at all that white space. Perfect for a TTM, and Arch item is very good. All sorts of animals doing... Oh, this is the tortoise and the hare. We have seen this. I think we saw this one last time. 28 is the tortoise and the hare. We have seen that one. That is... Ooh. I think we saw this one as well recently. I think that's the one he said based off of Geiger. Yes, H.R. Geiger. 45 is Mysterious Worlds of the Fertilizer. We have seen that one. Brer Rabbit? High jump, 23. We do not need. But it is a bunny jumping into some flowers. God, this stuff is so good. Hello. Hello. How are you? 18, Goblin Tales. We do have it, but... What the Granny Goblin up to? What the Granny Goblin up to? And our final card... Oh, it's just so beautiful. It's dark, but it's beautiful. Number 4, we do have, but it's the original adventures of Charlie and Flytrap. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the artwork is just stunning. We got 2 of them. We got number 75, the Earthquake, and number 6 is the Boxer, which now brings the total of what we need in the base set to complete it to 21. We're slowly getting there, pack by pack, slowly but surely. Eventually we will get there, and we will actually complete one of these sets. So that's going to do it for Jank Pack Thursday. Hopefully you had a great time. Next week's, Jank Pack Thursday going to be a little different because I'm not going to be around. It will be pre-recorded a lot earlier, so the sub count may vary a little bit for the community shout-out. But either way, this was a lot of fun. I really hope you enjoyed it. Political cards and fantasy art. Some may say that the two go together hand in hand. Some may say differently. But it all depends on what you say and think. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Link to Don't Talk to Robots down below. Make sure to sub them up. They need 1,000 subs. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for everybody watching on the Rewind. We will see you next time.